So this right here is actually a helium miner. And what we're doing today is actually we're figuring out whether or not it's worth getting one of these and mining with it. But to do so, we gotta turn back time and start from the very beginning. Looks like we turned back time a little bit too far. Alright guys, so we got a rack miner right here that we actually ordered ourselves. So this one was not free guys, but we're going to set this up at my grandparents' place. So let's actually go over there and I'll take you guys along the setup process. And so this idiot here went to install the $500 device that was supposed to make him passive income. Oh boy, was he wrong. Or was he? Right guys, so we just made it to my grandparents' house. This is like one of their spare rooms. So what we're going to do is actually find a spot for this. We'll have to find like an outlet somewhere, but you know what? We're gonna figure this out and I will be back very soon. We got the antenna and we're just gonna screw this on like so right here. There, through this in between of the bed and the desk. It's in a relatively safe spot. But that was just the beginning of our helium conquest. So we hit up our other grandparents and decided to place one over there at their place as well. And on top of that, I reached out to one of my good buddies to place one at his house, and he was alright with that. So yeah, this guy right here, he's the GOAT. So after all the setup, we had 3 different helium miners going, plus the one I'm going to set up today in the new house. So a big thank you goes out to all those that allowed me to put a helium miner at their place and making this video possible. Now let's go ahead and get into the results. So you guys can see right here, we have 27.75 HNT, and that is the total for the 3 miners that we had set up. So if we were lucky enough to sell all our HNT last year of the bull run, assuming we caught the top of $51, we would roughly have $1,400 in return. Now that didn't happen simply because by the time we got our miners, HNT was already on the downtrend. However, that does not mean that we walked away with nothing, because here you guys can see we cashed out $149 worth of HNT, which brings us to a negative ROI of $336 for that $500 miner we bought. The other 3 miners being a shared miner, which was provided by Emirates for free in exchange for a 40% cut of our earnings. So that leaves us with a remaining 4.9 HNT stored on Binance currently, and around 3.74 HNT stored on my Helium wallet. Other than that, well, we're only netting about $5 to $10 a month for these helium miners. Now to address the power cost, you guys can see indoor miners take around 8 watts. And right here we plug that in, 8 watts for 24 hours every single day, using our electric cost of 5.8 cents per kilowatt hour. Well guys, we are left with a cost of 34 cents per month and $4.07 per year. So technically, yes, we are still making profit off each helium miner, but obviously not by much. So that leaves us with that question. Should you buy a helium miner? Well, currently if you're going to purchase your own rack hotspot V2, it's going to cost you $259. At that price, with the average earnings of around $2.50 every single month, it would actually take you about 103 months just to make back your initial investment. So personally, I wouldn't buy a helium miner. At that rate, you might as well just buy the coin straight up. Now lastly, am I going to continue mining with helium? Well yes, I actually plan on continuing mining. In fact, I'll be setting up my own helium miner at this new house right now. My only reason being, well, I already have the miners, so I might as well continue running them if they're going to continue to profit. And I'll just continue holding the coin until eventually this pumps back up to around $50. Who knows when that's going to happen, but if it does, I'll do something embarrassing on camera. Dude, it hasn't happened yet.